Guys, welcome to Free For All, your source for all things geek. I'm your host, Evan Swafford. With me, as always, Trey Elliott.
Yo!
Chuck Nally.
Base!
Josh Barnett.
Yeah!
Cuse to his close friends. How do you spell Cusey again?
Kusse.
I was wrong again.
I don't even want to know.
Oh, on my phone, you're Josh Cusey,
Yeah,
but it's wrong.
that's what I'm saying. I don't even want to know how you spelled it.
It's like Kuet.
He spelled it like kiwi.
Like
A juicy kiwi.
There's a W in there somewhere.
Woo!
No one knows why.
That scared me. There was a ladybug.
They are known to be terrifying.
It was
God!
I do fucking hate ladybugs, though.
I bet you do. Don't they just eat the shit out of plants?
Yeah, well, and
Don't they also just wind up in all of your lamps?
Yes. Yeah, if you live near the woods, like, they just, when it gets cold, they move in like a swarm. And wherever they, like, basically hit, they just kind of go into it wherever they can. And some years are worse than others, and then you just get infested.
I was expecting Trey to come up with another rhyming question there. I'm not going to lie.
That is on you,
Yeah,
sir.
That's not.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Trey's already forgotten that was a thing.
Well, this tablecloth is toasty.
Oh, yeah, it is.
That's what I'm talking about. Taking this
It's like fresh out of the
This
dryer.
is gonna be, this is going to be my blanket tonight.
I just want to see you walk out of here just holding on to one corner.
Oh my god, I would be
He would-
furious.
What if I did it, though?
And the flowers are still
That's
standing.
what I'm talking about. That ball,
Everything else fell off.
that can moved, and that ball didn't.
That's true.
I
You
mean,
do
it
have
was
a knack.
perfectly down there. God, that was a good time.
That was a good time.
Happy New Year to everyone that didn't
Hello.
watch the first part. Again, I really don't want. I'm gonna have to do this for a few weeks, and it's gonna get old. If you're just joining us and you're like, "Hey, this is weird," we're doing a new format. We're releasing 3 shows every single week. We're doing it on YouTube Live for you guys watching. So hopefully, some of you guys are checking out. That's out right now. Hello. So hopefully give you just more ways to watch us, give you more time. You can pick and choose what you want to watch. So this is going to be our second segment that we're recording tonight. We're going to go over the news for movies and TV that has come out over the month, past month.
Just out of curiosity, are we also going over the clues?
Blues?
I mean, if you want.
So wing and a miss.
Was that my fault?
Yeah, of course.
Somehow? My fault?
Yeah.
I don't
Mostly.
know what happened. That went over my head.
Yeah. Was that what you thought I meant by a rhyming question?
No.
Okay.
Did you think Blue's Clues was News Clues?
No.
So that was just a total fuck up all the way around.
Kind of.
Okay.
I mean, but if Josh wouldn't have, fucked everything up, it wouldn't have happened.
No, nice try.
The dead air didn't help of us all going, what?
That's what it's like to be Josh.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, Happy New Year to everyone. Let's just kind of jump into the news. It's a lot from what we missed. I've kind of broken it up because we're recording back-to-back weeks
Oh,
for
thanks,
movies
man.
and TV. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not you're welcome, but yeah, you're right.
No, he's
You
right.
should think.
I
He's
am
right to
pretty
thank me. I did a
thankable.
lot of fucking
I'm
work.
thankworthy. All right, we got to kill the fly because you keep staring off into the distance and it's freaking me out.
Kill the fly or the wabbit?
Both.
Kill the wabbit.
Clues? Yeah. Redemption.
Yeah,
No.
It was. He did good. He did
I
good.
hate you guys.
Man, that was funny.
It was funny, Josh. Credit where credit's due.
If I had said that, you guys would have been like,
Hey,
no.
did I
Then it
give
wouldn't
you-
have been
Shut
funny.
up.
I gave you Nux last show.
Yeah, I know. I was happy about it.
Yeah, so
He didn't.
well, that's
Fuck
his
you.
role.
See?
This is why I knew this was going to happen.
He's reading futures.
Pork bellies.
Josh doesn't know about
Watch
futures.
the first one. We're gonna have to realize that you people don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, my God.
Renewals, no cancels, because it's Christmas.
That's why.
Why was that even funny?
It's all about the delivery.
That's fair.
Uh,
I just learned that lesson. I guess I should know.
You forgot it.
on
Also
Netflix, Dark Season 2 has been greenlit.
Really?
Yeah,
That's German.
it is German.
It sucks.
I have
Das-
no
I mean, probably
desire
not
to
to
watch
Germans.
It sucks so bad.
Yeah, I didn't want
You
to
can
watch
cut
it.
that from what you're watching if you haven't already.
Oh, you don't want to talk about it?
No.
All right.
I also
Well,
watched some of it. but
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we'll
Nobody
talk about it.
cares.
We kind of just said what we need to say. But anyway,
It's so bad.
All right. Frontier being renewed for season 3.
Yeah, I was about
Somebody's
to say.
watching it.
Was there a 2?
It's out already.
Oh my god. I blame DC for this. Keep Momoa busy.
God, man,
God,
he's drinking and throwing axes at targets.
dude,
He didn't do any of that in the first episode.
Frontier sucks.
There was
is
no drinking and no
abysmal.
axe throwing.
It is like watching paint dry with a burly man.
I think he's good looking.
Oh, he is really good looking. I wish I looked like him.
Kristen's in love
that-
with him.
He
Almond
also has
skin.
a meat clock.
Meat clock? We have to have context now.
No, we don't.
Well, that's fair. But God, Frontier sucks. Don't watch
When
any
has
of
it
these.
stopped us before?
That's fair. Curb Your Enthusiasm season 10. What's
Awesome.
happening?
That's cool.
I haven't
Uh,
heard good things about the comeback.
I've heard,
That's awesome.
I've heard mixed. He really liked it. I knew.
I enjoy what I've
Fatwa.
watched of that show. I haven't watched.
I mean, I've
never.
never enjoyed
Faux
that
pas?
show, so
Fatwa,
Ah,
the musical.
yeah, I've never enjoyed that show, so I guess I can't really talk.
I enjoy me some Larry David. Mr. Robot season 4 on
I
USA.
forgot that that's a show I'm watching.
Yeah, well,
I need to
obviously
catch
not
up.
watching.
It's
A
got you
testament
about the
to that
hooks,
show.
right? Yeah.
Oh, I loved the first 2 episodes, and then I was like, I could take a break for a while. Now I need to remember.
Still
what
taking
happened.
that break.
Yeah,
How's that no in-house break going?
it's pretty good.
The new season starts soon,
I
evidently.
know.
2 seasons of Channel Zero for Chuck. God, we're gonna make you watch it somehow.
Ooh,
I mean, the poster
in the
looked-
running for show of the year twice.
I'm just gonna splice in moments continuously throughout whatever show you have me give you next, and you'll just like subconsciously watch Channel Zero. I would do that
Whenever I feel like overly good about myself, I'll turn it on.
just to bring you back down to
Yeah.
down to earth.
Level it out.
Life sucks. Also on Netflix, The Punisher season 2,
Nice.
Yes, sir.
greenlit.
Mm.
Netflix Stranger Things season 3, surprise.
Shock.
Also Netflix Mindhunter season 2.
Hell yeah,
Oh,
That was a pretty good success for them, actually.
man, that show's so fucking good.
I'm excited to finish it. And on Showtime, Smilf season 2,
Oh, okay.
riding the Golden Globe nomination momentum. They're like, quickly renew it.
Yep. Welcome to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend land.
Yep. Which is probably going to be promptly canceled because she didn't get nominated this year.
Bye.
They're like, well, it was a good run.
Yep.
Get her out of here. Let her go dance on a Bill Nye show.
She got big hooties, though.
She does, but it ain't worth it. She is annoying.
Yeah.
God.
There's some things
I don't
I'll
know.
put
I
up
don't
with.
even know where to go from there. I just really dislike that show and kind of her.
I
That's
think it's
fair.
because it kept getting nominated. It
You
was
did.
awful.
Quit taking up spots. At least, like, I don't like Jane the Virgin, but it's a well-made show.
Mhm.
That Crazy Ex-Girlfriend sucked, like hard. Anyways, regular news. FX, little FX news. Maybe not be an FX anymore. But we'll get to that later. FX has ordered Pose. That is a new dance musical from Ryan Murphy, who does American Horror Story, and he did I'm not thinking that Scream Queens. So he's kind of
Okay.
all over the place. Anyways,
There's like-
Pose
yeah,
is
50-50.
notable for the single fact of it will feature the largest cast of transgender actors in series regular roles and the largest recurring LGBTQ cast ever for a scripted TV series.
Wow. Take
cool.
that, Trump.
I thought you were gonna say Trey.
No. Trey will take that.
I know.
Indeed.
Gladly.
I thought that was like a
This
supportive
show's
take
been
that.
Trey's top 10 already.
Show of the year. Nate, calling it now.
I know nothing else about it. That's just the only reason it was newsworthy. So there's that. We'll check it out because, TV
We
shows.
watch everything.
Especially FX. I haven't watched as much FX lately. I need a good FX show.
That's because they normally have the movies.
Do they, though? Do they still?
I would like to believe so. I think The Rock plays on it once a month.
Well, it was on something yesterday, but I don't think it was FX. But I did watch a little bit of it because if you see The Rock on, you watch a little bit of it.
I learned that in Florida when I was down there. It was on at midnight, and I was like, well, now I'm going to watch the rest
God,
of
The
this.
Rock is awesome.
It's pretty great.
You
I haven't watched
fucked
it in
up
a
your
while. I
Ferrari.
need to.
It's not mine. That scene is amazing.
Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Carla was the prom queen. Really?
Really? So good. That was a top 10 movie.
Top
All time.
top 4 Michael Bay.
Oh, you just son of a bitch.
His leg's still twitching. Is this supposed to do that? What, do you want me to kill him again?
Oh,
top
God,
four.
it's the best.
That's in good company.
Just shut up.
It's in good company.
Josh, it's you. You're the Rocket Man.
It's so good. So good.
There's a lot of quotes in that movie.
It's true. NBC doesn't have original ideas.
That's correct.
The show.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was just a blanket statement without any sort of context.
Now we're going to talk about the news. NBC is bringing about a Mad About You revival.
Yeah!
There better be a sequel
me
to the
why.
episode with the one with the puma. It's one
God,
of
I love that show.
that show's okay. That episode is one of the funniest sitcom episodes I've ever seen.
They can actually probably pick it up exactly where the last episode left off with Janine Garofalo at this point as their daughter.
That's fair.
Man, I love that show, though. Even having her in it.
Oh,
I don't like Janine Garofalo.
You're not a Garafa bro?
No, I'm not.
Pat Bennett.
Someone missed an opportunity.
I didn't.
No, you didn't, but all the fans of Janine
Garofalo
Garofalo
for
have.
life.
I am a fan of Mystery Men, though, and I know I'm the only one.
God, yeah, it's just weird. What, man?
There was true sadness in your voice.
I can't even put a sentence together.
I enjoyed it. It was funny.
Anyway,
Oh man,
Kel was in it.
that doesn't help it.
Greg Kinnear.
Still, you remember Rake?
No, I don't. Chuck does.
remembers Rake.
Chuck. It's just on his tombstone. Here lies
What
Chuck.
do you want on your
He remembers a rake.
Rake. Greg Kinnear. Quit.
Yeah, now you're getting yelled at like Josh does.
No,
That's what it's like
I'm
to be
trying
Josh
to
as
catch
well.
up to tag things.
Tag that ass. What? ABC. Also looking at doing an Office revival with some new cast members and some old, but not Steve Carell.
Yeah, everybody but Steve Carell is
not
back again.
everybody. No.
yeah, shocker, he doesn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah, and Jim and Pam will not be back.
Yeah, I don't want
Wait,
this.
what? No, yeah. I did not know that.
I guarantee that hasn't been said. I guarantee they're not back.
Pam might be. She needs work.
She's got a brand new show coming out.
That show looks stupid.
It does
It's
look a
gonna
little
get
stupid,
canceled.
but if it doesn't, she is not available because it's not on NBC. I don't think.
She'll be back.
Yeah, regardless,
I mean,
that
The
show
Office
also-
without
Krasinski's not coming
Michael,
back.
No.
Jim, or Pam is not The Office. Like, what's the point?
Because Krasinski's got an Amazon show coming out. John
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
I think that's this month too.
God, I'm so
Jack-
excited
Jack-
for that.
yeah,
Ryan.
Jack
What did
Ryan.
I say? Did I say Jim Ryan?
John. Good old
It's
Jim
Ryan
and John
triplets.
Ryan.
That'd be amazing.
Jim, John, and Jack.
His sister Julie Ryan.
No.
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 I'll say it again here in a minute. It'll work. Go, just wait for it.
God damn it.
That's how I do comedy now.
I was hoping you was going to say whatever you said earlier again. Just for no fucking reason.
I don't even remember what that was.
What
Clues?
Clues, that's right.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Why would
got
someone
your
say
own
that?
good
That's stupid.
The Trey Elliott story.
It's true.
He says with sadness. Narcos. Yay. I'm the only one.
Did you finish that last season?
I'm working on it.
All right.
I will. It's
a
hard
lot
when I'm
to
the
read.
only one watching a show. It is a lot to read, you bastard.
I don't even have that excuse with No End House.
Huh?
It's
Chuck watched it, and you're watching it, and I still haven't
and it's
finished
6 episodes.
it. I know.
I mean, I kind of don't want to finish it because I kind of want Chuck to be the only one.
I mean, to be fair, I could pick up the new season without ever even finishing the second one.
But you,
You won't
really
finish
liked
the third
No
one
End
either.
House.
I do.
I thought it was okay.
It got less interesting as the show goes on.
The Channel Zero story.
That's not true. The second one, or the first
No!
season, got way better.
You're
Oh,
helping
man.
me.
No!
That is a large wasp
What?
right there.
It's going for the light. We're safe.
Yeah, we're all right. I don't see a wasp either.
Trey is
Down that way.
Is it
3
Evangeline
steps
Lilly?
from being completely out. He
Just
does
saying.
not like
He's a white
stingy
Anglo-Saxon
No, I
things.
really
frosted.
don't.
Oh, he is. Look at he is completely preoccupied over here.
Is he worried?
Yeah, man.
He's like
Yeah, you
fidgeting
Flew
in
down
his
there. I
seat.
don't know where it went.
Do you know how many there are at the nursery?
Yeah, that's. I don't know. I don't work at the nursery.
This is what we spend our time on, folks.
You guys should have been there when this large bug crawled on Trey's wall once.
Oh, it was
Oh,
awesome.
it was
You
the
could have
worst.
been. It was on YouTube.
It was
You're gonna
the
see it
best
again here in a
day.
minute if that wash shows up.
I mean, it doesn't feel good to get stung, but we're probably not going to get stung. You're all right.
Hey, I've got EpiPens upstairs.
I'm not allergic. I'm just terrified.
Not that you know of. When's the last time you got stung?
It's been a while. That's true.
Let's find out.
Come here, wasp.
Piss it off.
Yeah, waspy,
Just keep get next to it and just blow at it. No? All right.
Nope.
Clues.
Damn it! I was gonna do that.
Narcos season 4 is happening. I haven't finished season 3, but evidently it wraps up what they're doing because season 4 is evidently about something else, and it has all new cast.
Really?
Yeah, season 4 starring Diego Luna and Michael Pena.
Wow.
I
cool.
am really excited.
Wow, if it's a whole new
Interesting.
storyline, I might jump back in.
I'm guessing they're just going to do like a different drug cartel and they've kind of moved on from everybody from the original show, which is fine. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I love Michael Pena, and Diego Luna was fine in Rogue One, so I haven't really seen him in anything else that I can think of.
He's supposed to be in something, isn't he?
Yeah, Narcos.
No. It was news.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is. Or he
But-
already is in something.
The Diego Luna biopic?
He does deserve one already.
Leaving Luna?
No, I'm leaving Los Luna.
Their younger sister, Julie. See, that's what it's like to be Josh.
Good to know. I've experienced it once. I don't want to ever do it again.
Bill Lawrence, the creator of Scrubs,
Yes.
is developing a new sitcom for CBS called Spaced Out. It is about commercial space travel.
Okay.
That show will not make it on CBS.
No.
That is the wrong network for that.
Yeah, it is.
All access.
Maybe, actually, because they didn't specify. They just said CBS. But that'd be good.
I'm a firm believer in all access at this point.
I'm sure you are.
They're 2 for 2 for me. I liked No Activity.
Oh, did you watch
I
that?
watched the first episode.
There you go.
Want to put it on there?
No.
God damn it.
Man, there's a lot of Spanish websites about Diego Luna.
There's a lot of wasps in here.
No, there's not. Anyways,
He's still looking.
Bill Lawrence.
I am.
Bill Lawrence is. I will love him forever.
75%,
because of Scrubs.
I
But
mean-
all I know is Cougar Town.
Spin City was him.
Was it?
Yeah.
I like Spin City.
Spin City was great.
So
Until-
2 out of 3.
Yeah, who replaced him?
Cougar Town sucked. Trey, you gotta chill.
It makes me nervous.
It doesn't hurt that bad if you like actually got stung.
Chuck, can you open up the stinger and plug it in?
I forgot we have that. We should do that.
Yeah, Trey's gonna legit do that. Anyways, yeah, hopefully that's good. I'm kind of hoping for all access on that.
I think All Access would be a good place to put it.
For
it
a
depends
space
on the
comedy.
cast as well, but that's why there were so many Spin City actors in Scrubs. Like almost all of them.
That
made
does
guest
make
appearances.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Actually, I think
The more you know.
everyone.
Back on the Netflix tick.
Yeah, that's where I like to be.
That's how you use that phrase.
The Sabrina series that was originally at the C-Dubs that Netflix poached from them, they have ordered straight to series and have ordered 2 seasons of it. They are believers in Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the gritty remake.
No kidding.
I
I didn't hear the 2 seasons part.
I mean, it's from the same team that's doing Riverdale, and Riverdale found massive success on Netflix.
That's
so
fair.
I think they're like run it in the ground. But I am excited for it. I am a little less excited that there won't be any like room for crossover. I don't think.
They could still. It would be crazy.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, mainly because ABC's got moving out into Hulu and all. I don't know how all that's gonna work. So CBS doesn't really have any super like big deals with Netflix. That's Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it would be weird, but you never know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. How about you?
Fuck no.
All right.
From the Riverdale people, no thanks.
Man, Kristen has yet to take off those pants. I think she wore them to work today. So that was a good call by whoever bought those.
Brittany, I think.
Yeah, okay. It was a good job by her.
I'll let her know.
You should lock that down.
I just like that Trey will forever have proposed in a Riverdale shirt.
Oh, yeah, that was intentional.
God. Is that one of those like take me with all my flaws type things?
No, you're an
No.
idiot.
And
I'm
then,
glad people laughed. That would have sounded really mean.
it was funny, but also a little mean. The biggest news that we missed, we talked about it before. We thought it might happen. then it wasn't going to happen, but then it happened.
And now it still might
Did you
not.
follow all that? It probably still will, though.
We'll let you know in the future.
Disney has bought 20th Century Fox. Evidently, people have all become entertainment lawyer specialists, and
story.
are talking about
It's such a
Antitrust
monopoly.
lawyers.
this is bad for TV and all sort of stuff. Where if we didn't have social media, you probably wouldn't know about it and would have never noticed the difference. Except for suddenly Avengers has X-Men in it. Cool.
There's also 4 other major studios still.
Yes, and plenty of other very relevant smaller ones.
And they could totally also spend $66 billion on other things.
It's fine. It's a lot of money, and it was fine. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, for us from the comic book side, it's great. We're as X-Men can be a part of the MCU now. Fantastic Four can be a part of the MCU now.
God, I hope
They
that all
just-
happens.
I mean, the main thing is just everything's under one roof now.
Hello, Doctor Doom.
That is coming like a freight train.
Hopefully a good one.
Yeah, I'll be. I don't think they're going to rush Doctor Doom, mainly because of the fact I really think they're building up like a secret invasion storyline for the Kree with Captain Marvel coming out soon. But I mean, there's a lot coming. Like after Avengers 4, Infinity War Part 2, you're going to see a big shift because, like we talked about earlier, in the first show, we're going to see a lot of actors leave, and there's going to be just a fundamentally different Avengers team. So this just seems like the right time for that to happen. You have all of the X-Men characters and the stories they bring. You can do AVX and 1,000 other stories.
I'm just trying to think of like what kind of cataclysmic event could happen to like all of a sudden make all these mutants exist in the universe. Like we've been in New York and we've been in a lot of cities that have clearly existed in both of those like timelines, and there's been no mention of mutants at all in the 20 movies that we've gotten so far now.
Well, think
Like-
about it also. Ant-Man existed in the MCU for years and years, and they didn't mention it until Ant-Man movie.
They're not also going to make
He was
the
in the
world like
60s.
But he
over.
wasn't active at that
The
time.
world also aren't.
He was in the 60s?
And we're also not going to make where like mutants have been like are probably super prevalent either. They're also not bringing in the exact same actors probably.
No, I
They'll
understand they're
reboot
not
it.
gonna. I know they're gonna reboot it. Like I was just kind of thinking, like it might be cool to see it done like from the ground up, almost like a zombie outbreak movie, but with mutants instead. Like not a horror like theme to it, but something where it's kind of tracking throughout the movies the emergence of these kinds of people without them having to necessarily be like, oh my god, now all of a sudden there's 20 mutants that we didn't know about with like crazy intense powers.
I just don't think they're going to know what mutants are. I think they're going to think that
I
they're
mean,
Inhumans, and then we're going to find out there's something else. I also think that Disney has been working on this for years, and that's what happened to Inhumans. When all of a sudden they had a movie and then they didn't, and then they made a low budget TV show.
I mean, they could all...
God, that show sucks.
It
Noted.
does. They can all several times. They can also just do something, I mean, because it's not even the 90s yet in the
X-Men.
Yeah, so I mean, they could do a movie where they all go into hiding, or the government claims it's a conspiracy.
Mainly because they're
and-
kids, and then they bring in the adult version.
Yes, I mean Spider-Man existed in the MCU before Spider-Man and Civil War. He was in New York doing street level stuff, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, there's Spider-Man in the MCU." It's just they just write them in. They're smart. That's what they get paid to do.
There's plenty of ways to do it. That's not an aspect I'm worried about at all. I just want them to be used right, because I'm not one that's like, finally, it's gonna be great to see them together. But I've been given many great X-Men universe movies. I think some of the Logan, in my opinion, is the best comic book movie ever made, and it was dynamite. Days of Future Past was amazing. First Class is amazing, and I've liked several of the others that aren't like top tier, but they're still good. And the Fantastic Four suck balls.
Man, I'm still the most excited for Doctor Doom.
Doctor
what Marvel
Doom could
can
end up
do
being
with that.
Doctor Doom could be the next Thanos.
He's
Like,
always been
the next big bad that
one
they
of
bring
my
up
favorite
to,
comic
and he's
book villains.
way more charismatic than Thanos.
God, I wish they could do. I hope they retcon Apocalypse, because he could be a generational level. Oh man, they could do Onslaught.
I mean, that's the hope.
Yeah, man, that would be cool.
That's the dream.
Could you imagine that?
No,
Man.
I
But
will.
also, yes.
I will come, like just spontaneously.
Okay, so I'm not going with you.
No one should. I get a private viewing. God, it'll be so good. I love Onslaught. A lot of people don't, but I do. He's great. I also want to see Age of Apocalypse. I know that's like 20 years down the road, and they're like, we need material, but Age of Apocalypse is just so fucking awesome.
They
That
should
would
they
be
should have
badass.
stretched Apocalypse out over more than a movie.
Yeah, that wasn't their best decision. That movie's okay, it's fine, but
Yeah.
Apocalypse is the problem with it, and he's an amazing villain. Maybe not a movie villain, though, it turned out. At least not that version.
I think if they'd worked it up like Thanos, I think it would have been great.
Yeah, could have been something to work towards. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot to happen. It's not just that, though. I mean, Avatar is now officially a Disney property. And say what you will, that's a lot of money.
Potentially.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. Just the name, the revenue from that name and all the merchandise and shit. Isn't
What's
there
it-
a new Avatar like world up down
It's
in
a part.
Orlando?
It's a part of Animal Kingdom.
Again, makes me just think they fucking knew this was coming.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyways, there's a lot of big franchises part of. I think if we see a negative impact, like I think that's going to be on the TV side.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to see how it shakes out. I'm interested to see what happens. As Fox is still a thing, they are keeping their news and sports and all that stuff. That they're kind of have a parent company, but still operate like autonomously on that side of it. But all scripted shows have been sold. I think you'll see some shows that were doing okay enough to get renewed be canceled because Disney won't necessarily own the makers. Disney likes to stay in-house on series, not on all their stuff. No TV studio has the rights to every show that they're showing. But I think you'll see a lot of stuff get canceled that may not otherwise been canceled. You'll see an influx of new shows. I'd be interested to see if names change of networks like FX and especially like FXX and all that. It's just because that's been
It's going
kind
to
of.
be FXD.
I just feel like that channel in and of
Did you
itself
laugh at that?
A little bit.
seemed like a good idea, but has kind of been stretched thin. It's mainly the Simpsons Marathon Network.
FXX
Yeah,
for the most part.
yeah, because a lot of their original comedies have like kind of slowed in frequency, and so now they just showed Simpsons all the time, and like,
Archer.
yeah, basically that's it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, so I'm interested to kind
Well,
of.
favorite
That's the
network.
Chuck Daly channel.
So there's a lot of stuff
CNN.
that we could see happen.
Like CNC.
Hopefully,
Shit.
shows like I think it's going to be okay, but like shows like the Orville, which like has done good enough to get revived, like that's shows that I would be interested to see if it makes it and all that stuff. So
That's why they
Yeah.
need to delay this purchase until Orville gets filmed. Then we're good.
which it may be. I think it's not official through court until sometime like almost to 2019 or maybe in 2019. So there's several months of like where they have to review this and make sure like everything's on the up and up. But you got to think that they don't do this unless their lawyers are very confident it's going to go through.
They can afford the best.
Yeah, turns out, and they can afford Fox. Lots of money.
It's okay because now everybody thinks they're also going to buy DC. I've
Cool.
seen that so much.
God.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
People,
I'm not okay with it.
I would be fine with it, but
It would be awesome.
I don't want to homogenize the two different brands, and I think that it would eventually happen that way.
they keep them separate though. It's not like
They
Kevin
would-
Feige is going to be running DC too.
No, but they would put somebody in place who wants to have the exact same thing, and I understand that like they need to skew a little bit more towards what Marvel's doing,
You
but I
need a
don't
Kevin
want it.
Feige for DC.
They need a Kevin Feige, but they need somebody with a different vision. Myself, like personally, for my opinion, they
Man,
do.
I
if
thought
I
you were
could
just
get-
volunteering
do it.
yourself.
I want the resources and the quality that Marvel has had over a consistent period of years
the
in the
resources,
DC
like
universe.
I'm sorry,
That would
the
be
Warner
awesome.
Brothers is not lacking in funds. They just
They won't open the pocketbook. though.
that's the problem. So I don't think it's.
So
The
someone with
support,
resources
maybe.
they'll use, I think, is the,
I
what
also
he
don't
meant.
think that if Disney were to buy them, that they would put as much into that
Yeah,
as
they
they
would.
would.
Yeah,
Like,
they would.
Because I mean, then
Superman
they're-
is
they're
the second
pumping that
most
money.
the Superman logo is the second most recognizable symbol in the world, and that's only behind the Mickey ears.
And Batman is the best-selling comic always.
So yes, there's a lot
There is
of
a ton of money there. And that's speaking of which, let's talk about some DC news.
DC,
Something in Brazil, some big thing they do in there. They this is several weeks ago. DC revealed all the title cards for their upcoming movies, which is kind of in flux. We've heard that there's a shift going on. They revealed title cards for movies that they are moving forward with for sure. Now, this doesn't mean that the movies that weren't shown are done,
Also, yeah.
but it's not. That doesn't speak well for them. So title cards that were shown, these haven't been released to the public, was a Wonder Woman title card, but it didn't say Wonder Woman 2, so it makes me think that there's going to be a subtitle Wonder Woman
Probably.
something.
Makes sense.
Aquaman, which is obviously wrapped, so I mean they're not canceling that. Flashpoint, which they're still moving forward. I think it's going to be exactly what we theorized from the beginning, that's going to reset some things. Not all the way. I don't think it's going to be a complete reboot.
It's going to be such a fine line that I don't know if I trust them with.
I mean, that's a fair assumption. I think they're going to have to use it to get rid of Affleck.
Fucker.
Justice League Dark was surprisingly still included. I'm really surprised that's one of the ones that they're
I
going
feel like
forward.
that's
I'm happy
one of the
about
more
it.
bankable ones they can do, though.
Maybe. I don't know.
It's not going to have the stigma of the DCEU on it as much because I don't think they force anything in. And if they do, it would be like they did with the Dark movie, which is it's Batman. And if there's a new Batman, then it doesn't have the same connotation behind it.
I don't know. Until 3 years ago, I didn't know what Justice League Dark was. So I mean, it's definitely like not as well known, but it does have the Justice League name in it. But like I said, they're moving forward with it, and these are all confirmed DCEU movies, but I don't think that they have to force any crossover or anything like that. Suicide Squad 2 was there. The Batgirl movie was still there. Shazam, obviously. Green Lantern Corps, was just happy to see that.
Very happy.
And the Batman, which I think they've got everything but the actor for that. What stuff that has been announced, but then was like at some point and then has not been shown. Cyborg, Justice League 2, no mention of, and there's been a lot of talk about that. That's got to happen at some point, but I think it's years away now.
It will, but yeah, probably 2020.
I think that is optimistic.
2022.
Yeah. Gotham City Sirens, not there. The Harley Quinn solo movie or any other like Harley Quinn and Joker, which they talked about, that wasn't there. But I still think that they're going to try and cash in on Margot Robbie.
Yeah, I think so.
Robbie, whatever. Deadshot had been mentioned as having a movie with Will Smith. That's not being talked about. Deathstroke movie not being talked about. Black Adam was not there either. Which you've got The Rock. Use him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's the most baffling thing that they've done so far.
And no Men of Steel.
Yeah, well, Man of Steel, again, never really officially confirmed, and Nightwing wasn't there either, which is the one that really pisses me off.
I mean, Superman. You need to make a Superman movie.
I agree, but they still hadn't confirmed, and
I know,
think
I'm
they're
just saying
still
that
like for that they're waiting on whether or not they get Matthew Vaughn for it because he is the one they are pursuing hardest from according to all reports. So I think once they have a director lined up for that, then they'll announce it as like an additional movie in their slate.
Yeah, I don't know.
It really pissed me off because they were casting for Nightwing, and I really hope that they're still continuing with that movie.
Can't Hardly Thwaites was been shown for the Titan show though.
I think it looks great.
It looks all right.
I don't
I mean,
like
it's a
that
TV show, so it looks fine for a TV costume.
I think it looks slightly above par for a TV show, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, not like
I like that
movie
costume
level,
more
you're
than
right,
I
but-
like the Hawk and Dove costume. I wasn't a big fan of the.
yeah, they weren't quite as
I like
good.
Hawk.
I
I
agree.
didn't like Dove.
Correct. I was the same way.
I mean, I was fine with both of them. I guess I'm kind of leaning that way as well. The only thing I don't like, and this is like just nerdy for me, but I don't like that it's Dick Grayson in what is very clearly a Tim Drake version of Robin.
Tim Drake might be turning into a bad guy in DC Comics right now.
That would break my heart, but also kind of be awesome.
It would be so badass.
I mean, he's clearly my favorite. So it's
It's an interesting storyline going on.
it's weird. It's very clearly the Tim Drake look, which is interesting. Why didn't they just go with that instead of Dick Grayson?
The
But-
dude still looks like BJ Novak, though. Every time I see
That's
him,
fair.
The Office is doing a Halloween costume.
That's kind of fair. But that was interesting to see. Of all that, I think the thing that jumped out at me the most and made me the happiest was Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah,
I want to see a good Green Lantern movie.
I do too, very much so. I think that's one of that and Shazam are kind of the two that they could have the most fun in.
Zachary Levi recently said that he's hoping, like from what he's read of the script, and he's like he really wants this to be a Guardians of the Galaxy style movie. Like,
Man, that quote was so misattributed. He was asked a question specifically, can you see this doing for the DC universe what Guardians did for the Marvel universe? And he was like, from what I've read, yes. But he didn't
he
himself...
since then elaborated on it though.
yeah,
too.
but he didn't volunteer the idea of Guardians, and that's what people jumped down as.
Yeah,
throwing
but then
it
he's
out.
also compared it to the humor of that too, which is fine. And also, they should hope for that type of.
And-
Stop
I
reading
agree.
internet comments.
yeah.
Is that your New Year's resolution?
No. I'm gonna keep
It
doing
should be.
to stay off of
Because I
Movie
didn't even
Web's
read
comments.
anything about that. I read that headline and I was like, oh, cool. And then I just kept going.
Anyways, yes, they should hope for that tall money and that type of comedy. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
he's
very
also
funny.
getting ripped. He's already big
Yeah, he is.
from
He
the
did
Game
look
Awards.
bigger on the Game Awards for sure.
I'm excited for that movie.
Broad-chested.
A lot of kids have been cast for that too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, good on them. Marvel news. Venom. Is still happening. I don't know. I think it could be good.
No thanks.
You
I love
don't
Venom,
know.
but I'm not excited for that movie.
We have found out that it is drawing from two main comic book storylines: Lethal Protector and Planet of the Symbiotes, both from the early '90s. Lethal Protector is really the first time Venom became a anti-hero instead of a villain. Planet of the Symbiotes is kind of a spin-off of that. It takes the villains from Lethal Protector, which are basically just evil versions of his symbiote they have ripped off. It's what leads to Carnage, basically. And Carnage appears in Planet of the Symbiotes. I don't need your scoff. Carnage is amazing.
Carnage is
Sorry,
amazing.
let me change it up.
That's better.
That was
It is.
aggressive.
I hate Carnage and I hate Venom.
We know.
But they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are.
But anyways, those are the
When they're villains.
yes, that is fair. But Venom won't be in this.
I
But
know.
Carnage will be. Venom is almost always the anti-hero if Carnage is there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's rare you just get just Carnage. God, I love Maximum Carnage.
The
So
video
good.
game?
Yes. That's like a top 10 game of all time for me. I love that game.
Did you guys see that 8-bit Star Wars?
Yeah, the thing you tagged me in? It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, it was really
It was
cool.
awesome.
I did not watch it.
It's really cool. And final bit of Marvel news. Don't know what she's playing, but Alice Eve has joined Iron Fist Season 2. And that's awesome, because she's hot.
She is. Oh,
She's-
I mean, I liked her
Wait,
in
is
Into
that that girl
Darkness.
from Star Trek?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she really
She had a
hot.
weird scream, though, when that dude's got his head crushed.
They overplayed it a little bit. Also, it was her father, so maybe that was a legitimate scream.
She didn't have her father's eyes.
I mean, she could probably just pick him up.
Yeah.
Miss
Helix.
you, Helix.
Also, it's Fazer's eyes.
I'm really excited for that, though, actually, because she's hot. And also, Iron Fist Season 2, while he's still there, hopefully the rest
Is
of
that
the
the
show will be good.
subtitle?
Yeah, he's still there. Finn Jones not awesome, but he doesn't really need to be awesome. You just need good writing, and they've completely scrapped that team. So I'm excited to see what they do with a completely new team.
I get less and less enthused about the Marvel Netflix stuff like by the day. I just want Daredevil and that's it.
You should
God.
watch Punisher.
I've watched like
Punisher's
4
so
episodes and I'm
good.
having a hard time getting hooked.
That's because you
That's
haven't watched
crazy.
in how long?
I watched one a week ago.
Hey, no. Yeah, Punisher's amazing. It's the exact same thing that he was in Daredevil.
I don't know, like I'm having a hard time. I
even
still
better
want to
in my
finish
It's
it.
way better.
Yeah, he's really good. You should watch that.
I do want to finish it, but yeah, just having a hard time.
Yeah, I like it. But yes, Iron Fist not the greatest. Neither was Luke Cage, and that's fine. But I also, again, Iron Fist season 2 is a completely different team, so we have no idea what
Yeah.
it's going to be like. Hopefully,
it'll be
good.
good.
But all right, that's going to do it for us. That's all the news. The news, minus the Huey Lewis.
Sadly.
Yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends about all that. The comments not in the description.
Like the 90s
Links not in the
variety show,
description. What?
all that.
The kids' variety show.
They should tell
have to specify.
their friends about all that.
Sir.
You can't do that on television.
2.
Also,
Yes. Well, that's a dynamite way to end it.
Yeah, it
Make sure to check out the next show where we talk about some of the stuff we watched over the break, what we're watching now, some of the premieres, and a lot of the movies we've been watching. We got Star Wars talk and several other big things that we've seen while we've been gone. We'll go over that. So if you're watching live, make sure you stay tuned and be for that. Otherwise, make sure to look for that video for what you're watching. And we'll see you guys next time.
bye.